guys, it's Raisa. Welcome back to my channel. So right now, it's in the middle of the pandemic and COVID-19 has enticed our city to be under enhanced community quarantine. That means nobody's allowed to go out. Quarantine passes have been implemented, and that gives us only a schedule per family to go out just thrice a week. And going out means we have to do it based on necessity. So only essential services and goods are allowed. In that case, since this is a travel blog, we have to think of safe ways to stay home, flatten the curve. And lately in my family, it's more of flatten the curve. Everybody's gaining weight and staying home, but we still need our ounce of the outdoors. So if it's in the middle of the COVID pandemic, we have to think of ways to refresh and recharge. So I have to think if it's possible to travel during the pandemic. If it is, where do you think should we go? Of course, there are spots here at home where I can still visit without leaving the house. We live in a compound, and let me share some spots with you. Are you ready to come with me? Let's go! What's up, guys? Our first stop is the herb garden at the back of our house. Don't let this garden fool you, because there are a lot of herbs and some produce that we can harvest fresh. It's an organic garden. Everything here is available for consumption, and when you consume some of the fruits and vegetables here, it's really no-brainer. So let's have a look around. We call a miracle fruit tree. I heard that the fruit, when turned into juice, does wonders for the body. If some of my friends are watching and you've been to our house, you can notice that it's given some more fruits this summer season. Yes, and that's how big they are. It's as big as my head. I'm not kidding when I say it's as big as my head. Yep. More here. If you like decorative plants that can filter the air, over here we have the Sansevieria snake plants. So we have a lot of them. These are no-brainer, guys. Just swap them indoors. It will filter the air. And the same goes for Bacularis. This one, I have a pot that I bought for only 30 pesos from a fair, and all of a sudden it just gave me lots of babies. Yep. And over here is my dad's favorite chili plant. You see that? There. They are sun ripened. They're growing very beautifully over here. Oh, we have a green one. Yep. And my cousins love this chili. We also have another fruit here, like some small bell peppers. Others are still green. over here we have what we call pak choy. Let me tell you guys, the pak choy plant is different from the pechay because the stems are green and they give off a more peppery taste. Yes, if you look at it, pak choy is commonly used in some Singaporean dishes, and my dad loves to make bakute with pak choy on the side, although the original Singaporean bakute doesn't have any pak choy, but we tasted them with some noodle dishes and pak choy has been served on the side. So this is our pak choy garden, this pak choy plant, and here is the pechay plant. So I see that there's another pak choy growing at the side, but the pechay has whiter stems. The leaves are of the same size, but this one you can compare side by side, white, and over here green stems. So this is mostly the pechay corner. Yep, pechay corner. If you haven't seen some purple chili yet, over here some purple chili. I'm not very much into spicy food, but my dad and my brother are, so I'll just let them describe the taste to you. They love chili, that's why there's a lot of chili growing in our garden. And this is rosemary. Yeah. So if you're going to cook some steak with butter, we have a lot of rosemary over here. All you have to do is pick them out. They're very fresh and fragrant. Think of some steak with butter, add a couple of sprigs of rosemary, salt and pepper. You're good to go. Over here is our basil corner. Sweet basil. Again, if you want to put some in your dishes, we've got fresh ones over here. And let me introduce you to our garden supervisor. She accompanies me here all the time. Hi, baby. Say hi. Yep. Yeah. She's a good girl. Here is our white cat, aptly called Puti. This has got to be one of the laziest cats you've ever seen. And over here is our string beans corner. So if you want to make pinakbet or any dish that needs string beans, normally I'm told to harvest them, so all I have to do is just cut them off using a pair of scissors. And that's the beauty of having a backyard garden at home. You just cut them out and grow them without any chemical fertilizers. You're good to go. Yeah. And of course, this is what we call our papaya tree. Although my dad complained that it's the kind or the variety that doesn't grow very well, very big, but the papaya can still be harvested and used in some soups, and if it's going to be ripe, then you can eat them for dessert. But that's just it. It just grows that way. It's not a long way to our next destination, which is our succulent greenhouse. And we're back, and here we have our succulent greenhouse. Now this is a little corner that my mom had built with some skylight roof, and it took only half a day for the whole structure to be made. So let me show you what we have in our greenhouse. Over here we have the flapjacks. During the summer it's going to turn red, so look at the edges now, it's starting to take some shade. But during the winter, since it's coming up from winter, it's usually just green. Over here are what I call the star troopers because they're all in white pots, and these are different varieties of haworthias. Some are called shark's teeth. So we have the zebra haworthia over here, aloes, just different kinds. They have been repotted. And over here are the bigger ones, which reminds me I have to trim down some of these stems shortly after they bloom. And they're just really one centerpiece of the garden. And here are my different succulents in pots. This one I got is called the Debbie. It's what I bought from Bacolod. I brought them home when they were that small, but I repotted them to give some space. This is my blue boy, my linacina, and some topsy-turvy with the babies, my pineapple cactus, and some of my favorites basically. And over here I have some bashful. I have 3. And then some more shark's tooth and haworthia, and this is a golden sedum. Yep, so they're just here growing. I have a couple of moon cactus. I know it's nothing compared to the avid collectors. In the background, my mom's orchids are there. But this is what I have, and I'm really happy with what I have. And it only goes to show that I need to exert more effort in taking care of them. Some I have already beheaded and repotted, so it's just a matter of time before the summer heat will give them some gorgeous color. For example, this one is already changing color here, so it's giving off some tint. Here stand is all about the rose cabbages. My mom loves them, so we have a lot. She just thinks that they're gorgeous, and we have a lot of them here in the stand. They're just growing. This one is particularly pretty. And then I have a collection of golden barrels over here. Over here is an arrangement that my mom made when she was dead bored at the beginning of the quarantine. So it's just an arrangement of succulents in one big pot. With a little driftwood and a piece of some air plant here. And of course, this is the stand that features our black prints. This area, or this portion, the right side, has more sun in the morning, and I thought of transferring a couple of these here so that they can have a little bit of tint, because this one already has some gorgeous coloring. Yeah, you can see. Right now, because we cannot go out, I haven't yet bought any of the potting mix that I need from a nursery here in Paslangka. So a friend of mine is the owner, so I'm just sitting out, and luckily the succulents can still survive. So come join me in my next destination, still here. Wow! And to conclude our mini travel video, here we are in our tambayan. So this is a closed space where we have a little lipa hut here and a basketball ring there. So this is really just a place for us to run around, and over here is our table tennis that's covered. So if my cousins are here, we play table tennis there. We bring out all those paddles and the ping pong balls, and oh, there's a mini tournament ongoing because they are avid fans. And let me show you the view from here. So that's all for today, and thanks for joining me in this mini travel video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please hit like or subscribe for more updates. And this is Ricey saying keep on exploring. I'll see you when I see you. Bye!